yeah, we like it raw for sure. On the floor, wall to wall. It's more at the door, players ball to score. Cause this right here is for all of y'all. Rockin' my primo, yo, I got what you need, bro. You go see a show. And DJs play hits with hard bass kicks. And then they display tricks like the Matrix. Make the record fly, undetected by the naked eye. Don't just feel the vibe, cause your ears never lie. Nowadays, DJs bags of tricks graphic.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And the Nuggets on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
And we saw last season the Nuggets GA in the final week of the regular season making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there'd been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
And here's Jokic after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got an 8-0 run.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Jokic draws the double. Iverson outside. Pass to Jokic. 4 on the shot clock. Brown wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. First team foul. Denver on D, trailing by 5. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Yep, that one goes.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Jokic a screen. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no. Idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Curry. He's got 10. Jordan with some nice D.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Iverson. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Connects on the 17-footer. Curry's got 12.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Now here's Iverson. Nothing on the board. Here's Jordan. It's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. No good on that.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Good on the second free throw.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Now here's Iverson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in the
Warriors 18.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, they haven't been challenged so far. Everything they're doing seems to be working.
Pass to Brown. Now Henderson. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Clock is at 3. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And the 7-footer Valanciunas with the foul. A big who isn't just skilled, but also brings that toughness.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, guys. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you guys.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Jones, and stolen by Payton. Fires the 3, and a dunk by Horford.
The veteran instincts of Horford just has a great feel for how to position himself on the offensive board.
Warriors leading by 13. Here's Podziemski. It's hauled in by Brown. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Back to Jones. Out to Henderson. Screen by Jones. Pass to Strother. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And they're moving it up. Here's Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
Yeah, this coaching staff likes to see that. Jonathan Kuminga keeping others involved.
And that one's good by Henderson.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Podziemski on the wing. He has yet to score. Pass to Horford. And the layup stood off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 15.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Curry deciding where to go with it.
2 minutes.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's a 13-point game. There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball. It's Jokic inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Butler with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. To the paint. Here's Ibaka.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Jokic. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. 9 points for Jokic.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Screen by Ibaka. Curry fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Chalk up 2 there.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside Curry. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, that's just easy for Curry, and you can see how comfortable he is in the mid-range area.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the floor.
5 seconds left from the first half. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And Watson has it in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Clock at 6. 16 feet away. Back to Iverson. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Payton.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Here's Moody. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Outside Gordon. To the middle. The Warriors pull it in.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Iverson. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
In the corner, Moody with it. Off target from outside. The Nuggets trailed by 20. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Horford, good. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Back to you guys.
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And never brag an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
2 minutes remaining in the
And the foul on Tari Eason. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
For three, Gordon drains it from beyond the arc. Gordon's got 7 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Porzingis. Jordan with the rebound.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And the basket by Gordon.
No questioning Iverson's skill for moving the ball. A guy this open is an easy dime for him.
Screen by Porzingis. Outside Curry. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets trailed by 16. Iverson. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
58 seconds left to play in the third. Screen by Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. One-on-one fast break. Butler with the ball. Iverson picks him up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Eason's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now. Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Here's Podziemski. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Outside, Horford. Payton outside. Back to Horford. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 21-point lead to end.
Warriors 53.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Podziemski. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Pass to Moody. Here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Well, those types of moves show creativity and determination. Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up. Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
First team foul.
Outside Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Pass to Ibaka. Outside Curry. Here is Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Launches from deep. Denver grabs the miss. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Gordon. Strong move off the glass.
And how about the urgency there on Gordon's drive? Pushing past the defense for that one.
Curry. Gordon with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 17. And the layup is off. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Inside. It's stolen by Eason. Here's Curry. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Back to Iverson. Here's Watson. 6 to shoot. And a missed layup.
Yeah, if you get that close to the rim, you have to capitalize. Tough to see him come up short there.
And that one drops. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Three-pointer, Horford. It's hauled in by Watson. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
To the plate, then I can't eat with you. All that you doing fake, you just a pretender. They say my flow so cold, but I still bring the heat. I peep. See, I got some bread, so they won't be with us. Bad hair and nails done, that don't feet. You ain't cause you ain't him, but she let ski. I'ma run me up that cheese and walk these beats.
I'm Mr. Too Slippery. I'm with the sharks, you with the fishes. Hop straight out the Bentley, I'm the biggest. Caution sign on my neck, a 60.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Too Ski. Matter of fact, call me Mr. Chase That Cheese. Grams on my wrist, cost like 10 G's. I feel like Buzz, got all these carrots on my teeth.
It's just a public service announcement sponsored by Just Blaze and the good folks at Rockefeller Records.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the O-V. I used to... I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, Ho. Not DOC, but similar to them letters no one could do.
On the road looking for a win against... The Western Conference rival, the Houston Rockets, are getting ready for this thing to get started. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And a one-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. Now here's Durant. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. KD's got the first points up on the board here for the Rockets. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
And here's KD for three. Here's Iverson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Out to the right wing. And Randall throws it down.
Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
And Iverson gets it to go. Iverson's got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Arenas. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Green. Durant with a wide open look. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Durant's got 5 now.
And you just love how quickly KD gets into his shot. No wasted motion.
Iverson outside. And it's sent back by KD.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Now here's Iverson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Watson the screen. And Iverson gets it to go. 6 points for him. Houston in the lead. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Now Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And stolen by Arenas. Here's Black. Outside for Durant. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:37 left in the first quarter. Arenas with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And finished off by KD.
Yeah, just beautiful in the pick and roll. Durant times his move perfectly then there with the strong finish.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Back to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
Here's Arenas. Pass to Black. Puts up a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And taken away by Arenas. Randall surveying the D. Outside for Arenas. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Iverson no good. Rockets leading by 6. And stolen by Iverson. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Gordon. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw, good from Black. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Black drops them both. Tries to keep it alive. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Rockets lead by
18.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
On the wing, Arenas. Still scoreless.
Look, DiVincenzo relishes the chance to punish the defense. He likes to shake them up with the slam.
No good from Valanciunas. Rockets leading by 8. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Kevin, back to you.
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie.
Great positioning. DiVincenzo stays ready to fire the moment he gets the ball.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And Jones has it in the corner. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Williams. The shot from the low post is good. And the Rockets lead by 16.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Rockets.
No question. Scoot it.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
The high post shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Henderson's got his second basket.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
And good that time.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Rockets leading by 18. We've got 1:23 left now here in the second. Inside. Here's Capella. Good. A nice assist for William.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And taken away by Brown. The rebound by Steven Adams. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
To the paint. Capella draws the double. Stolen by Henderson. .35 seconds left to play in the first half.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Adams, right side. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Outside, Jones. And Jones shoots it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And so it's the Houston Rockets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And that one's good, Iverson. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
The touch Jokic possesses. He can sink shots from anywhere, especially the mid-range.
Down low, Jokic with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Watson, nobody back. And Watson slams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Randall. Houston needs to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Nuggets trailed by 15. Pass to Jokic. Back to Iverson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Now the Nuggets bet on the development of young Christian Brown, and he has rewarded their faith. He has developed so nicely.
Kevin, he certainly has. Probably has even exceeded what their expectations were for him. But he's a guy that is such a hard worker. He's smart, he's tough, and he's all about winning.
No good on the second free throw. And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there'd been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force it.
Jokic, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And KD, here we go. And KD throws it down.
It just moves so fluidly for a guy his size. Durant is an absolute terror to defend on the drive.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Back to you guys.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Durant. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution for
the Nuggets trailed by 13. Beautiful finish from Iverson inside.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Now here's Arenas. Still without a basket. Pass to Randall. It's hauled in by Watson. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
2 minutes remaining.
DiVincenzo. And another shot. Outside Arenas. 6 to shoot. Picked by Finney Smith. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Sinks the triple. DiVincenzo's got 10 points in the game.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Jokic. He takes it in.
Yeah, Brown just putting his head down. If you're going to drive, you have to commit.
Up top, Randall. He's got 6. It's stolen by Watson. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lets the three fly. Randall grabs the board.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Houston with a big good substitution here. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
.40 seconds left in the third. Outside, Green. Outside, Arenas. To the inside. Here's Black. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Black's got 10 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hops.
First team foul.
Rockets leading by 12.
Number 3.
And here's Arenas. He has yet to score. High post, KD. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Houston with a 14.
The Rockets, 48.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not in the way with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
Thank you, Allie. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Stolen by Durant. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Outside for Durant. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown with it. Guarded now by Durant.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And here's Jokic outside. Just 5 on the clock. Black grabs the board. Rockets leading by 17. To the middle. And that one's good. Durant. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
And taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Going inside. Pass to Black. It's Durant on the wing. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Green up top. It's stolen by Watson. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Stolen. Outside, KD. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Rockets making a switch here.
Number 17, Julius Randle.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Durant hits it from three-point range. Durant's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And, Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
That one goes. Count it.
He's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. From deep, Jokic. And he's good on the three ball. Jokic just got 5 points in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Houston.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. 17-point game. Nice move. Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic. Jokic with the steal. So we see Houston taking the W here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
I can see that from a mile away. See it. You can step my money about a mile away. Stack it. I got 3 white like a mink coat with them rolls like a Sharpay. And all of my call them Barbies. She looking back like I'm flexing, baby, no way. And lately I've been on that. We got London on the track. Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, money on my money, I got money on my brains. Money in my pants, I got money, I gon' change. 20, 50, 100, 500 million, man. 800 dollar streaming, reading, Gucci bag. If I need some rest, I'ma flip me some. I talk like I want it, she don't say nothing back. If pull up, I put that in my, or I put that in my. Call a shorty, made up my brody. If you don't owe me, they'll act like you owe me. I promise I won't ever quit Kobe. Young thugger, I whip it, that bitch, you know me, young thugger. Yeah, she shining like butter. From Chicago, I call her young Cutler. Leave it to people, I pull up in Billy's with that. They all wanna be. Yeah, they all wanna agree to. Then they all wanna. No, they won't tease on that. They won't read on that. They won't leash on that. Don't Felicia that. Mama see to that. They won't snitch on that. She can't secret that. Mama a beast on that. If she bad, I'ma go in 4 season that. What? Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got.
So I command you to panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews, chicks and dudes, so you think it's really kicking tunes. Picture you getting down in a picture